What's up, it's your boy Reemus. In this video, we're going to be speaking about the pros of dating a masculine woman. I did a series about this stuff before. I was talking about the pros of dating a feminine woman, the pros and cons of dating a feminine woman, and then also the pros and cons of dating a masculine man, because generally that's what people want, and I wanted people to have a balanced perspective of those dynamics. But I'm so balanced that I'm also going to give you the other side, which is the pros and cons of dating a masculine woman and the pros and cons of dating a feminine man, right? So we'll split that up over parts, but in this video, it's going to be about the pros of dating a masculine woman. So the masculine woman is generally just the type of woman who has a little bit more masculine energy than, the feminine woman. And there's good and bad about this. It can be sparked depending on childhood experiences, personality, influences from the environment around you, and so on. It just depends. But again, there are good and bad of all different types of men and women, right? So the first pro of dating a masculine woman is that she will actually be good at defending you. The same reason that a man would actually be the protector for his woman is actually the same sort of energy and state that the masculine woman has and would want to gift to her man. So I remember one instance, right, where I was actually, hanging out with this girl, and she tends to have a little bit more masculine energy. And I remember us sitting down, we was talking, and she was saying how if anyone tried something with me, she'd be like the first to step up and try to beef them and stuff. I actually told her it's not really necessary. I'm not someone who needs that from my woman. But at the same time, the sentiment is that she won't neglect wanting to defend you. She's not going to be shy to do so. That's the type of woman who can have an argumentative, combative side, and she is very confident in going up to people and letting them know about themselves, cussing them out, and so on. So a masculine woman will defend you if she really loves you. If she's down for you, she will give that protective energy to you. She's not going to be she's not going to be shy to call other people out for you. So let's say someone is disrespectful to you or passive aggressive or so on, she will pick that up. The truth is, a feminine woman might actually be a little bit nervous, and of course, for the most part, she will expect you to do it because you're deemed the sole protector of the team. But a masculine woman will take it upon herself to be like, yo, don't speak to my man like that, and she will cause a fuss even if it's in public. So you could say that's a good thing, because if you're the type of guy who just likes a woman who will be confident enough to put people in their place in your honor, that can be a good thing. Now, the second thing that is a pro of dating someone or a woman who is more masculine is they can be very logical. So, of course, the feminine is more emotionally sensitive. The masculine is more logical. So when you have a woman who's very much in tune with masculine energy, she can be very logical, and she's not so much tied up by her emotions, So she's able to say, well, this is actually the truth, and I'm just going to see it for what it is, and she can wrap her emotions around that. Whereas a feminine woman might not like something or not like the idea of it, and her emotions make her resistant to the information or to whatever the truth is. A masculine woman has less issue with this because she's going to say to herself, well, logic, just like the masculine man, logic. Now, where this benefits a man is because masculine women tend to be able, or if they're mature, they are able to understand a man's needs more so than an immature feminine woman, right? And there are many immature feminine women in today's culture. So if you actually look out for it, watch women who are dating coaches or women who seem to have a good understanding of male nature. You will see that a lot of the time they have very masculine features, just whether it be their voice tone is a little bit deeper or they have a shaved head like April Mason, the femininity coach who's able to understand a man's needs very well. If you listen to her, she has shaved heads. It could be the long type of face rather than the short, circular, pudgy face. You could even say someone like Pearl. Pearl has that facial structure that I'm talking about. The woman who runs the podcast, and she's doing quite well because a lot of men feel like they're understood by her. So if you actually look out for it, you'll notice that women who have masculine features tend to understand men really well. The other example of this is, I've noticed that women from New York seem to give very good advice on, like, for women in understanding men. And the reason why is because I believe New York seems to produce a lot of masculine women. So again, it's no surprise to me then that the women from these places where they're in tune with their masculine energy seem to be the ones where they're making videos online, on TikTok, on Instagram, and so on, talking about the needs of a man in a way where it's like, yo, this is how men think, this is how we should be treating them. There's a video of a woman, she's like, what does she say? She's like, looks is gonna keep the man, but looks is gonna get the man, but respect is gonna keep him. And then she goes into it. But if you watch that video, the way she's talking is very kind of like hard. It's not really feminine. It's like, yo, this is what it is. If you don't treat him like this, of course he's going to leave. If you're going to emasculate, like she's talking like with that sort of energy, it's quite masculine. But it's also the reason why she kind of understands that. I guess also, if you have masculine in you, you're able to relate to the other side too. Just like a feminine man is able to relate well to a feminine woman emotionally because he kind of is the same himself. So the third reason, the third reason or the third pro of dating masculine women is that they don't tend to get overly emotional. So it kind of links in with what I was saying before, but sometimes it can be overwhelming for men because there's a ongoing expression there's an ongoing expression of emotions that a lot of men don't have the capacity to handle, especially if they are very masculine themselves, because the feminine is good at receiving. So if a man doesn't have or is not in tune with the feminine energy within himself, he may actually struggle to be able to receive all of the emotions that come from his woman. But you're less likely to have that with a masculine woman, especially again if she's a mature, because you do have different types, and maybe I'll talk about that in another video, because you can have an immature masculine woman and a mature masculine woman. So the feminine woman is very emotionally sensitive, as we kind of said before, but the masculine woman, she kind of has this more under control, or she's just not as sensitive. And this can be very good for the type of man who isn't able to hold space for all of the expression, the emotional expression that comes with the feminine woman, you know. And I think I talked about that before when I did that other video, like I touched on the emotional side of the feminine woman. But again, it's all just pros and cons and whatever you prefer, because I do talk about men embodying their masculine energy, but I also, you know, and I talk about women embracing their feminine energy, but I also want people to know whatever you want to do, you can do. It doesn't have to be everyone doing the exact same thing. And that's the reason why we're doing these videos. So in the next one, I'm going to talk about the cons of dating the masculine women, and then we can, you know, kind of get a balanced perspective. But until then, I want you to comment down below, let Reemus know, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.